Okay, so we're back. So we will continue analyzing the poem. So let me read to you the first stanza. Again, the title of the poem is I Will Break God's Seamless Skull by Jose Garcia-Villa. I will break God's seamless skull, and I will break his kissless mouth. Oh, I'll break out of his faultless shell, and fall me upon Eve's gold mouth. I will pound against his skull. I will crack it by my force of love. I'll be a cyclone gale and spill me out of his pounding groove. I'll be upon Eve, upon Eve in her coats of love. I'll be upon Eve. Cataract of Adamhood, there would I be, my lord. There would I reveal me thee, there alone find my finality. First look, it appears this poem is stanzaic, divided into 4 stanzas or quatrains. The first 2 stanzas have 4 lines, and the last 2 lines have 3 lines. There is a total of 14 lines in this poem. The first stanza is composed of 3 sentences. The first 2 lines are the 2 sentences. Lines 3 and 4 comprise the third, subject, predicate, or object, seems to be the pattern of the first 2 lines. The doer occupies the theme position, which I think sets prominence in this sentence, even if it is only a pronoun. For Blake, usually pronoun is de-emphasized in the sentence, but here it is quite unusual that the pronoun is given such emphasis. Initially, I suspect that the topic may be the subject, I, in the first stanza. In all the 3 sentences, I, occupying the theme, is repeatedly stated. Hence, the constant positioning of the doer's self in the initial prominent position, the theme, gives a feeling of self-centeredness. It appears that all 14 lines are declaratives. The repetition of the same verb, phrase, will break, here with dynamic action verb, in the first 2 lines creates a feeling of strong emotion, and the verbs here are also transitive, where the doer of the action has a clear intention, decisive of breaking someone. As a result, the objects God's seamless skull and his kisses mouth suffer the action of the doer, in the words of Blake 1990. This strong emotion may also be seen in the connectedness of the first 2 sentences merged by connective, additive, and which resulted in the repetition of the doer's purpose. The persona of the object God in line 1 is the same referent. The object referred to in line 2 as evidenced by the pronoun his, anaphorically referring or pointing back at the noun God in line 1. Being declaratives, lines 1 and 2 appear to be making a strong statement, a strong declaration of the doer's purpose of breaking God's seamless skull and his kisses mouth. There seems to be a repeated occurrence of the auxiliary will in the first 3 lines, setting a tense marker for a future action. It is quite apparent here that the action has not yet happened. Therefore, the doer intends to perform the action in the future yet. But it seems likely that with a strong emotion and declaration, the doer has already made up his mind and wanting to break God. This validates the claim of the doer's decisiveness, the use of transitive verb. This appears to be parallelism between the modifiers adjective seamless and faultless in line 1 and 3. The modifiers are occupying a usual position, following the general rule of the placement of single word modifier that is before the head, here with the nouns skull and shell. These modifiers are significant in the doer's intention. With these adjectives, it would make it impossible for him to break God. It gives a feeling that the doer knows it is impossible for him to break God's seamless skull and his faultless shell. Seamless, when used as an adjective modifying skull here, would mean perfect skull without flaws, which is parallel with faultless shell, which can also mean perfect shell without fracture. Perfect skull and perfect shell presuppose that God's skull and shell are intact and have never been fractured before. This gives me the feeling that nobody has ever done breaking God. Hence, this proves a point that the doer knows all along that God is perfect, and breaking him would probably be impossible. If he knows that it is impossible, then why pursue breaking God? It is because of his self-centeredness, as evidenced by the repetition and overemphasis of I, the self. The strong emotion is heightened with the introduction of the interjection O, usually an expression of intense emotion, occupying the theme in line 3. The first two elements of subject-predicator is similar in pattern with the previous lines, with exactly the same two in action, I'll break. The repetition is somewhat maintaining or projecting the continuity of strong emotion established previously. There seems to be a pattern with the adjunct out of his faultless shell in line 3, with the adjunct of line 4 upon Eve's gold mouth. Both are adjuncts of place concrete. Compounding of the predicators of line 3 and 4 appears to have an immediate local bound connection between the action break and fall, and between adjuncts break is connected with fall. Thus, it is more likely that there is a temporal sequence between line 3 and 4. This gives me the feeling that after breaking out of his faultless shell, the doer intends to fall upon Eve's gold mouth. Thus, after breaking out of God, the doer out of his own volition decides to fall upon Eve. Okay, let's stop first. Right, so let's just rest for a while. Then we will continue lines 2 and 4 later. Right? Stay tuned.